Hello. So it's been a few months. This fact has not escaped me. I have really been wanting to make more content, but I have just not had it in me. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm dealing with burnout again, or executive dysfunction, or what. But I haven't been able to do much of anything. Writing newsletters, working on my PKM vault, actually processing notes, cleaning projects, common everyday tasks. I haven't really been able to do much besides just work, take care of my health with like cooking, eating, sleeping, and occasionally working out, reading, and trying to keep my relationship healthy. Other than that, I have not had really any ability to do anything, which has been a real downer. On a lighter note, I have been up to some things in this downtime. I've been lifting sandbags a lot, like actual uh, heavier sandbags, like they're meant for physical training, and they're super fun. I've really come to enjoy the paradigm of lifting with sandbags and training to lift sandbags. Um, it's just really awesome feeling to use this modality and like lift a sandbag, a heavy one, and get it up to your shoulder with like smooth movement and technique. And so I was watching a YouTube channel called The Stone Circle, and he talks a lot, if not predominantly, about sandbags and sandbag training, and has a book, Sandbag Hypertrophy. And I picked that up, and I've been doing sandbag training for a couple months. I've been picking up Cerberus bags all over the place and just absolutely going to town and having fun lifting those, lifting with friends. They're loving it, and so it's been really fun. I think I have about 1,000 pounds of sand in my garage right now in various bags, which is delightful. I've been trying to cook more. I've been trying new recipes. I've been actually putting in the effort to cook. I found some hacks to help me get around various like executive dysfunction issues, or just task management and prioritization issues when it comes to dealing with a new recipe, and how much mental work that is actually for me. And I'm going to be making a video about that soon. But yeah, I've been trying to cook more, been having some good success, and enjoying some new recipes. And reading a lot. I have been reading a lot the last few years. Like 2 years ago, I think it was 2023, I read like 126 books. I mean, granted, a lot of that was manga, but I mean, I basically kept up the same rate and read almost 90 last year. And now this year, I'm off to a great start, though I have been leaning a little bit heavily towards the fiction end versus nonfiction, and a lot of my library is actually nonfiction that I've been wanting to get through. So, yeah, I do want to study more of my nonfiction, but maybe if I'm taking more notes on that, it'll get a little bit better. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. I've been trying to get better about nonfiction, but I've just been escaping into fantasy land because see aforementioned burnout, if not just executive dysfunction. Yeah, books are nice though. If it's not already apparent, this is not my usual camera. I've been having issues with this camera, my MacBook, and just I was about ready to just throw it all out the window a few minutes ago, but I really need to film something. It's driving me nuts that my channel is like just rotting over here, and I want to put stuff out. I've like forgotten how much I enjoy actually like putting information and like things out on the internet and engaging with people. So I'm just making do at this point. Just like throw something up there. Let's just get something out there. I'm still alive. I still want to be doing more stuff up here. And for people who are still like sponsoring and supporting the channel and doing all that, like y'all are a godsend. Thank you. Thank you. I really want to do more. I do still really lurk my Discord server, but I mean, I even struggle just to respond to notifications like that at this point. I think my email is backed up to like last November. uh, I have just been unable to do much of anything. So nobody take anything personally. I'm really trying to like deal with the systems and the structures around myself to try and get back onto this, because it's not like saying that this is a burden or that I'm doing too much. It's just I have a lot of things I want to do, and I don't have a lot of energy or ability to push through and do things with how much I do have to just normal daily life. It's taxing. So I'm like, I really want to do more of this, and I'm trying to figure out how I can, juggle things better. But I do want to do this. So don't think I'm like, I'm not coming back or something. I'm trying to. A lot of the focus of what I've been trying to do now, it's the new year, 2025. I'm trying to do a lot more this year, not like New Year's resolutions, because I just kind of start whenever I have the ability to start and then try and build a habit and just plow through from there. But I have been trying to get back onto my habits, attempting daily meditation. It's not going too well, but I want to get back into my meditation practice. I do need to actually prioritize sleep. I do tend to neglect the importance of sleep and sacrifice that to basically revenge sleep procrastination. Like, this is the only time I get to do things that I want to do. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to sacrifice my sleep. And then I suffer for that. And then it affects my ability to do things the next day. And it just snowballs and sucks. And yeah, I also just need to learn to actually respect the systems that I set up to help me run my life, like my task management and schedules and calendars and stuff. Like, I made this stuff to help me do things and outsource a lot of the cognitive processing and cognition so that I could actually just do more without having to deal with the overhead of managing it. But I have not been respecting those systems, and therefore it's just been a hot mess. So those are like my goals for this year that I'm trying to get better about. And in interesting and slightly tangentially related, and probably unexpected news to many of you, if not most of you, is that I've actually been getting back into like physical journaling. I used to do bullet journals, especially like right when I started my relationship and bought my house. I had like a little tiny moleskin, passport size moleskin book, and I was bullet journaling stuff daily because there was so much to do when like getting into a brand new house and you wanted to make renovations and like moving things around, and it was just a little crazy. So I used to bullet journal a lot. It was like basic. It wasn't like all this aesthetic stuff and whatever. It was literally just a moleskin, a pen, and just like some symbols, and I just checklist daily kind of stuff. But I did actually used to like bullet journal some stuff, and it was rather fun. Like, I was like doing some stuff, having fun with various things. Yeah, so I used to do that, and I'm actually getting back into it. My fiance and I have been like looking at various journal things, stationery supplies, pens, and all this stuff about like traveler's journals and whatnot. And I mean, I have leather working tools. I mean, you can see leather there on the floor. So I'm going to be making our own custom like notebook covers and all kinds of goodies. And so I've just been getting into that and thinking about like what things I want to do physically like that, because it's a low barrier to entry. It's kind of meditative. It's kind of just like a relaxing, soothing activity like puzzles or whatever. But there's like no barrier to entry. You just make creative stuff, do creative things, scrapbooking almost. I'm gonna be making a whole video on that. Believe me, it's gonna be fun. But that's coming when all of my insane amounts of online purchases arrive with pens and office supplies and equipment and thingies. When all that arrives, I'll do like an actual like haul video and describe like how I got things set up and what I'm doing and show like how I made stuff. But so if you like physical notebooks and basically notebook porn, stay tuned for that, because I've been really excited about that. I think I literally hyperfixated for 10 hours straight like a day or two ago. We drove, I think, 100, I think it was like 100 miles like one of these past few days. We drove like 100 miles just to go to this mall farther away to literally go to like a Japanese stationery store. And yeah, we're in deep at this point. So if you like journal stuff and all of that, I'm gonna try and do some of that kind of content soon, because I'm just like really geeking out hardcore about it right now. And just to get content up and out here and to like, hey, I'm still alive, it's probably just needs to be stuff that I'm like literally interested in at that moment. Otherwise I'm not gonna end up making anything. I've just been too burnt out on various other things. But yeah, the analog feel of like physical things. I love leather, obviously, and so I'm gonna make our leather covers, leather accents on all kinds of stuff. But the analog feel, the vibes, the aesthetic of like having all these supplies, going to a coffee shop, and like, you know, stamps, stickers, ephemera, different colored pens, you know, making straight lines with rulers and stencils and highlighters and all the good fun stuff that it comes with just doing a custom journal that literally it's just your personal expression of whatever you want to put in there. It's gonna be fun. And like the first thought that I had about it was like really considering like, do I even want to try and engage with this? Was okay. My first thought is always like, okay, data. How am I going to retain this data? Because my mind immediately goes to, okay, physical notebooks, but what if your house catches fire and you lose all of that? That sucks, right? So don't do physical stuff. Keep it digital. But I mean, that's sacrificing a lot of fun and creativity that you can do with like physical notebooks. And I really like notebooks. I mean, I love notebooks. I just collect them at some point, and so they're like laying around everywhere. I'm sure other people can relate. And so I'm like, okay, how can we deal and get best of both worlds? I'm going to do the physical notebook stuff, period. So like, how do I retain that data? And I just thought, oh, yeah, just take pictures of the freaking pages, save them. And then like, if you need to, you could use like, you know, some OCR tool to like grab the text. And like, if you really needed to, and you could just use that, do that. There you go. Done. Simple as that. And so I'm like, okay, I can make do with that. And so, yeah, I want to do that. And ultimately, like what I ultimately come to is, even if I save all this stuff digitally, and like it's still around posthumously, who's gonna care? Who's gonna maintain like my notebooks or my digital data that I retain? Like, it's gonna disappear eventually. Like, everything is ultimately transient. Not to go like really Buddhist about everything, but like it's all dust in the end. So that's assuming we also don't get conquered by our robot overlords soon. Sorry, ChatGPT. I promise I'll be polite. But yeah, I'm trying to avoid going back to the point of burnout and not taking on too much, and trying to like take things slow, stopping and smelling the roses, appreciating the small things daily, and then like doing that and that kind of reflection in these journals over like, you know, morning coffee or something with my fiance, or at coffee shops, or whatever we feel like doing. I'm trying to be more balanced and healthier, but at the same time I'm still struggling with trying to find a balance so that I can actually continue to contribute to this online space, because I do enjoy it and I want to do more of it. And it's just been really difficult, and I just feel like there's lots of stuff around me in my head of just like projects and things I got to do and piles of things there, and it's just all been weighing on me. So I'm trying to like unbury myself and feel a little bit more freed up so I can engage more with the things that I want to do and the things I want to put energy towards. So if you've stuck around this far, thanks. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of me if you were interested in that. But I am going to try and do something about something so that I can continue to try and put out videos and content and information and just be more active on these platforms that I have somewhat of a presence on. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully I can follow through with that, and hopefully you'll see me again very soon. Bye.